Does Relay Bank charge fees? This is one of the most common questions business owners ask before opening a Relay business account, and it is a smart one. Fees can quietly eat into your cash flow, especially if you are running a small business, startup, or side hustle. In this video, I will clearly explain Relay Bank fees, what is free, what might cost you money, and whether Relay is actually worth it for business owners. Let us start with a quick overview of what Relay Bank is. Relay is an online business banking platform designed specifically for small businesses, freelancers, and growing companies in the United States. It is not a traditional brick-and-mortar bank. Instead, Relay partners with FDIC-insured banks to hold your money, while Relay provides the technology, dashboard, and banking tools. This setup allows Relay to focus heavily on low fees and business-friendly features. Now, the big question. Does Relay Bank charge monthly fees? The short answer is no. Relay does not charge a monthly maintenance fee on its standard business checking account. This alone makes it attractive compared to many traditional banks that charge monthly fees, unless you meet certain balance requirements. Next, let us talk about account opening fees. Relay does not charge any fee to open an account. There is no setup fee, no onboarding fee, and no minimum opening deposit required. You can open a Relay business account without putting money in on day one, which is helpful if you are just starting out. What about minimum balance fees? Relay does not require a minimum balance to keep your account open. Whether your balance is high or low, you are not penalized with extra charges. This is especially useful for seasonal businesses or new companies with inconsistent cash flow. Now let us move to transaction fees, because this is where many banks make their money. Relay does not charge fees for standard ACH transfers. Incoming and outgoing ACH payments are free. This includes paying vendors, receiving payments from clients, and moving money between accounts. For most businesses, ACH transfers cover a large portion of day-to-day banking activity, so this is a major advantage. Wire transfers are different. Relay does charge fees for wire transfers. Domestic wire transfers usually come with a fee, and international wire transfers, if available, are also charged. The exact pricing can change, so it is always best to check Relay's current pricing page before initiating a wire. If your business relies heavily on wire transfers, this is something to factor into your decision. Let us talk about debit card fees. Relay provides debit cards for your business, and there is no fee for standard debit card usage. You can make purchases, pay for subscriptions, and use the card for everyday business expenses without being charged by Relay. Replacement cards may carry a fee in some situations, such as expedited shipping, but standard replacements are generally free. ATM fees are another important area. Relay itself does not charge ATM withdrawal fees, but this does not always mean withdrawals are completely free. If you use an out-of-network ATM, the ATM owner may charge their own fee. Relay does not reimburse these third-party ATM fees on the standard plan, so it is something to be aware of if you withdraw cash often. Check fees are also worth mentioning. Relay allows you to send checks through its platform, which is useful for businesses that still need to pay by check. There may be small fees associated with check delivery, especially for expedited options. Standard check mailing fees are usually low, but they are not always completely free. Now let us address overdraft fees, because this is where traditional banks often hit hardest. Relay does not offer overdraft protection in the traditional sense. This means transactions that would overdraw your account are typically declined instead of being approved with a fee. As a result, you avoid expensive overdraft fees, but you do need to manage your balances carefully. Foreign transaction fees are another point of interest. Relay debit cards may charge foreign transaction fees when used outside the United States or with international merchants. If your business frequently makes international purchases, you should review Relay's card terms to understand these charges clearly. One feature many people overlook is the cost of multiple accounts. Relay allows you to create multiple checking accounts at no additional cost. You can separate taxes, payroll, operating expenses, and savings into different accounts without paying extra. This is a huge benefit for budgeting and financial clarity, especially for small business owners who want better control over their money. Relay also integrates with accounting software like QuickBooks and Xero. These integrations are included at no extra cost from Relay. While your accounting software itself may charge a subscription fee, Relay does not add an extra charge for connecting your accounts. So is Relay Bank completely free? Not entirely, but it is very close for most businesses. If you mainly use ACH transfers, debit cards, and online banking tools, you may pay nothing at all. Fees typically only appear when you use premium services like wire transfers, expedited check delivery, or certain card-related services. Now let us answer the real buyer intent question. Is Relay Bank worth it based on its fees? For freelancers, startups, online businesses, and service-based companies, Relay is one of the most cost-effective business banking options available. The lack of monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and free ACH transfers make it especially appealing. However, if your business relies heavily on cash deposits, frequent wire transfers, or international banking, you may want to compare Relay with other business banks before deciding. Relay is best suited for digital-first businesses that operate mostly online. To sum it all up, Relay Bank does not charge monthly fees, does not require a minimum balance, and keeps most everyday business banking services free. You only pay for specific premium actions, not just for having an account. That is why so many small business owners are switching to Relay as their primary business bank. If you are considering opening a Relay business account and want a low-fee, modern banking solution, Relay is definitely worth a serious look.